Okay. Yes.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have the president with us, and he's been through a lot. He's been through a tremendous amount, like probably nobody else, almost nobody else in history, if you really get right down to it. And we're going to have a discussion and see what we can come up with. But a great honor to have you with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you so much for this meeting. 5 years plus.
Yeah.
So we had meeting again here in New York in September, and now there are a lot of challenges in Ukraine, United States, and of course I want to discuss with you. I think where we are together, I think we have common view that the war in Ukraine has to be stopped and Putin can't win, and Ukrainians have to prevail, and I want to discuss with you the details of our plan of victory.
My honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have a question for the president? Anybody?
Why did you decide to meet?
I think it's me, or
Both of
to
you.
both us. Okay, thank you so much. First of all, it's very important to share all the plan, all our steps, how we can strengthen Ukraine. And of course, we have to decide it now, because after November, we don't know who is, only Americans decide who will be the president. But we understand that till November, we can't stop Putin. We have to do it. We will try on the battlefield with our heroic soldiers, but we understand that after November, we have to decide, and we hope that the strength of United States will be very strong, and we count on it. That's why I decided to meet with both candidates with all honor to them. Thank you.
Mr. President, Mr. President Trump, so what are your expectations about this meeting? So what I expect to hear from the President Zelensky, and what are your expectations?
Say it a little louder.
What are your expectations from this meeting? What do you expect to hear from Mr.
Nothing.
President?
Look, this is a meeting, and we have a big race going on right now. I guess 37 days left, and we're leading in the polls, and so we'll see how it all works out. Hopefully it'll work out, but if it does, we're going to work very much with both parties to try and get this settled and get it worked out. It has to end at some point. It has to end. He's gone through hell, and his country has gone through hell like few countries have ever. Like it's happened anywhere. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's a terrible situation. And I will say I have had a great relationship. It was very honorable. I don't even know if you know this, but when they did the impeachment hoax, it was a hoax, just a Democrat hoax, which we won. But one of the reasons we won it so easily is that when the president was asked, it was over a phone call with the president, and he said he could have grandstanded and played cute, but he didn't do that. He said, President Trump did absolutely nothing wrong. He said it loud and clear, and the impeachment hoax died right there. He could have said, well, I don't know, I don't know. And I never even told you this, to be honest, but he was like a piece of steel. He said President Trump did nothing wrong. We had a very nice call. He congratulated me on his victory. You just won. And I remember that. He could have played cute, and he didn't play cute. And so I appreciated that. So we have a very good relationship. And I also have a very good relationship, as you know, with President Putin. And I think if we win, I think we're going to get it resolved very quickly. I really think we're going to get it resolved.
I hope we have more good relations.
We're going to have. Oh, I see. Yeah, but you know, it takes two to tango. You know, and we will. We're going to have a good meeting today. And I think the fact that we're even together today is a very good sign. And hopefully we'll have a good victory, because the other side wins. I don't think you're going to have victories with anything, to be honest with you. So we're going to sit down, just discuss it, and if we have a win, I think long before January 20th, before I would take the presidency. It's January 20th, but long before that, I think that we can work out something that's good for both sides. It's time, and by the way, the president knows that too. He wants to get something done. He doesn't want to do this. And So we look forward to having them in. I look forward to being with him. But what I said is true. He was a piece of steel. He gave a very honest, straight answer, and that it really essentially ended the impeachment hoax. And I appreciated that. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Brett.
Some Republicans were upset about President.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Everybody please escort out the press, right?
Right-hand side of the table.
All press.
You want to go this side?
No, it's okay.
Oh, that's better.
Press, thank you. Press, thank you very much. Thank you, Press. Thank you very much, Press. Please be moving. Thank you, Press.
Welcome to Unity News. Remember, there is no need to fear. God is in control, and Jesus is King. As Christians, we are called to bring heaven to earth, standing firm on the rock of our faith. Now let's get into today's news. Today, we'll cover 3 critical developments: Donald Trump's call to end the war in Ukraine, the push for pro-life legislation gaining momentum, and a remarkable victory for Christian values in public schools. These stories offer hope and encouragement as we continue to stand for family, faith, and freedom. Trump calls for an end to the war in Ukraine. Former President Donald Trump held a significant meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky at Trump Tower in New York City. Trump emphasized that Ukraine has gone through hell and vowed to resolve the conflict swiftly if elected. What's encouraging here is Trump's commitment to peace, in line with his anti-war stance. His relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin could pave the way for negotiations that prioritize human life and end unnecessary suffering. Trump has consistently shown a godly desire for peace, valuing human life over geopolitical conflicts. Pro-life legislation gains momentum. In several states, lawmakers have introduced new pro-life bills aiming to protect the unborn. With Texas leading the charge, these efforts reflect a growing commitment to preserve life from conception. This victory for the sanctity of life brings hope to millions of Christians who have been praying for an end to abortion. It's heartening to see lawmakers acting in line with biblical values, standing up for the voiceless, and affirming that all life is sacred. Victory for Christian values in public schools. A federal court recently upheld a decision allowing prayer in public schools, affirming the rights of students and teachers to express their faith openly. This is a massive win for religious freedom, ensuring that God is not pushed out of public spaces. The ruling comes as a beacon of hope for families wanting their children to grow up in an environment where faith is not only accepted but celebrated. By defending religious liberty, this ruling reminds us that we are still, at our core, one nation under God. Scripture tells us in Proverbs 21 verse 1, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He directs it like a watercourse wherever he pleases." Whether it's ending wars, protecting the unborn, or restoring prayer in schools, we are reminded that God is in control of our leaders and events. His plans for us are good, and his justice will prevail. Let's declare that God's peace will reign on earth, that life will be protected at all stages, and that his name will continue to be glorified in our schools, homes, and public spaces. We are called to be the light, and God will guide us in this path. Be sure to subscribe to Unity News, like this video, and share your thoughts in the comments. May God bless you and your families. Remember, we are called to be salt and light in this world. Stand strong in faith, for the best is yet to come.